Eugene here with a review on the #1 Sentai Gozyuger DX Tega Sword and DX Sentai Rings set GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. Yes, friends. So let's go ahead now, friends, and check out their boxes. So here is the DX Tega Swords box, and so as you can see, it says #1 Sentai Gozyuger, right? It says DX Tega Sword, and right here it says in English here, 2 mode, change and transformation. Got a nice shot of the Tega Sword itself, and a nice shot of Tega Sword Red in the background, and got a nice shot of GozyuWolf. And so here's the top of the box. Here's the bottom of the box. Here's the side of the box. Here's the other side of the box. And here is the back of the box, friends. And here is the DX Sentai Rings set GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno's box. As you can see, it says #1 Sentai Gozyuger, right? It says DX Sentai Rings set GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. And I love this right here, but there is the 50th anniversary logo of Super Sentai. Got a nice shot of GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. And we got a nice window of the rings and their ring parts. And so anyway, I don't know if you can see this, but it does say right here in the background there, in English, GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. And so here is the back of the box, pretty much just showing us the functions that these rings do in the DX Tega Sword. So friends, let's go ahead now, friends, and get to it with everything in this review. Alright friends, so the Tega Sword is the transformation device, solid-on weapon, and the mecha of the 5 Gozyugers that is modeled after a gauntlet with a ring feature, as it reminds me of Thanos' Infinity Gauntlet. So this year's collectible gimmick is the Sentai Rings, as there are 3 types: the Transformation Rings, the Robo Rings, and the Universe Warrior Rings. So we do get 2 with the Tega Sword, and I will also include in this review the DX Sentai Rings set GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. So that's 3 transformation rings and 1 robo ring. So yes, that is all happening in this review. So now let's go ahead and check everything of the DX Tega Sword. So taking a look at the Tega Sword, and it's a very interesting changer weapon and soon to be mecha. But it is a handheld gold hand with a sword sticking out, as the gold is the main color, which is nice and got a nice shine to it. So anyway, so the blade done in this nice clear blue plastic, as it is that softish plastic. And then we got the nice metallic blue on the fingertips. And then this section is for the gimmick, the Sentai Rings, as it has a pin recognition system. But anyway, we got some nice silver here. And then right here is where your lights will be coming from. And then we got some spots of red. And then on the thumb becomes a weapon for the mecha. So underneath, got the very, very small handle, as I can hold it with 2 fingers with my big man hands. But we have the trigger on the handle to activate the sounds. And then underneath the handle, there's your speaker for the sounds. And then there is your on and off switch. And then there is your battery compartment, as it takes 3 LR44 batteries. But they are included when you get the changer weapon mecha. But anyway, so all this looks really, really nice here. And so anyway, so yeah, looks really, really nice. But anyway, so yeah, very interesting, and I like it. So no wonder it's #1. So here are this Sentai's collectible gimmick, and they are the Sentai Rings. So here are the 2 that comes with the Tega Sword. So here is a transformation ring, better known as the Sentai Ring GozyuWolf. So the Sentai Ring GozyuWolf looks very nice, as it is made out of translucent red plastic with some nice gold paint, and then black for the visor. Looks very, very sharp. And so there is the super tiny ring parts. And then there are your pins. And like I said, the Tega Sword has a pin recognition system. And then it's got T01 stamped there by the pins. And that number I just given out to you is the pin code. So sadly, this doesn't fit my finger, especially with this small ring part. But wait, it can, as it has a large ring part that comes with it. As a matter of fact, they include it with every single ring. So let's slide this off and slide the large ring part. And so this is a ring option, and I really do appreciate that with either the small ring part or the large ring part. And so I'm going to go ahead and put it on. And so now with the large ring part, it fits perfectly on my finger. So yeah, if you have man-sized hands, you could actually wear this around. But in my case, I can only have it on 3 fingers. So I'll just show you an example here. And of course on my pinky. So anyway, but really truly friends, the downsides about this, the large ring parts will not fit in the DX Tega Sword, as it is only the small ring parts that will fit. So next, here is a Robo Ring, better known as Sentai Ring Tega Sword Red. So cool wolf head done in that nice translucent red plastic, got some nice gold paint. And I'm going to lift this up, and we have the head of the Mecha in there. And so anyway, so the pins are on the back there, right here and right here. And I'm going to slide the small ring part off. And underneath where the ring part was, we got T07 stamped there. So for fun, I'm going to put the large ring part on, like so. There. And so anyway, what I'm going to do next, I'm going to have both rings on that came with the DX Tega Sword. So let's go ahead and just slide them both on. And so there you go, a perfect fit with 2 rings. So here are 2 more transformation rings that come out of the DX Sentai Rings set, GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. So here is Sentai Ring GozyuLeon, and this one looks great with the translucent blue plastic with the gold, as this looks very nice. Got the black for the visor. And then there is the back, got the small ring parts, and of course there are the pins. And then we got T02 stamped there by the pins. So that's our pin code there. So we'll go ahead now and pretty much swap the small ring part to the large ring part. And so go ahead and just slide it on, and there you go. And we'll go ahead now and try it on. And so there you go. Nice. And lastly, here is the Sentai Ring GozyuTyranno. So still a cool looking ring, but I feel the translucent yellow plastic gets a little lost with the combos of yellow and gold. And without that contrast, I feel it doesn't pop. But the visor looks nice in black. It really does. But anyway, so here is the back. You see there is the small ring part. And then there are your pins. And right here as well. And then we got T03 stamped there by the pin. So again, that pin code. So I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and swap the small ring part pretty much to a large ring part. And so there you go. And so now I'm going to add a little more to my fingers here. So we'll go ahead and just put it on this finger here. And so yeah, I am loving these. And the large ring part is very handy. And then pretty much just to show you how they look inside the palms. But anyway, so that is it on these nifty little Sentai rings. So friends, here is a fun fact. The name Tega Sword is a combination of in hand, which when translated together means sword in hand in Japanese, and as well as Power Rangers name for Sentai Robo Megazord. So a more direct translation for the Tega Sword is Teg, hand, ga is sword, and I'll put that in the text. So yeah, not hand sword, just sword in hand. Now let's do the sounds of the DX Tega Sword. So let's go ahead now and turn it on. So here we go. So again, there's your light, and there's a little light in here that will light up the ring once we have a ring in place. So anyway, so now let's go ahead and push the trigger. So here we go. So it'll tell you the same thing again. So here we go the second time. And hit the trigger for the third time. And the pattern will repeat, so that's your 3-voice line when hitting the trigger. But I wish when turning the changer on, it said Tega Sword instead of the now make your wish phrase, as we do hear it again the second time when hitting the trigger, but it is what it is. So this changer weapon mecha does have motion activation, which makes it fun. So pretty much fun with the whole clapping part. So when you tap it, it'll make that noise like a slashing sound or clashing sound. But so that's cool. Now let's get into the fun with the Sentai Rings. Now the henshin of the Gozyuger. So here we go with the Sentai Ring Goju Wolf. So let's insert it and clap away. So let's do it. So engage. And hit the trigger. So nice wolf howling sound. So we are now Goju Wolf. And friends, you don't have to do the clapping before doing the henshin. So we'll go ahead and repeat the process here. So there's your disengaging sound. So let's go ahead and put it in. So here we go. And hit the trigger. So cool. So now let's go ahead and hit the trigger for some fun clashing sounds. Now the finishing strike. So let's hold the trigger. So cool. Attacks and explosions. Now let's do the sounds of the Sentai Ring Tega Sword Red in the Tega Sword. So here we go. We get that. And we can do this. And let's hit the trigger. And so let's go ahead and hit the trigger. So we get that clashing sound. So let's go ahead and do this again without hitting the trigger. So let's pull it out. And put it back in. And so the Wolf Decaliber Go is the personal weapon of Goju Wolf. So a little spoiler here. So anyway, let's go ahead now and hold the trigger. Oh yeah, we are getting serious here. So now more fun with 2 more transformation rings. So here is the Sentai Ring GozyuLeon. So let's do it. Engage. And hit the trigger. Nice line roaring sound, so let's go ahead and hit the trigger. For clashing sound, so let's go ahead and hold the trigger, so here we go. So yeah, same henshin pattern as Goju Wolf. And lastly, the Sentai Ring GozyuTyranno. So let's do it. And so anyway, friends, engage! And hit the trigger. Nice dinosaur roaring noise. So let's go ahead and hit the trigger for some clashing sounds. Nice. And so now let's go ahead and hold the trigger. Oh man, so cool and so much fun of a changer weapon. And so I have one more thing to show you of the Tega Sword before we get to the mecha part. So as I mentioned earlier, the large ring parts will not fit in the Tega Sword, so I'm going to show you proof. So anyway, as you can pretty much see, the opening isn't enough on the large ring parts, but if you can flex it in and get it to go in, but you can see now it won't allow the ring to sit far back to where it'll hit the pins back there. So but anyway, and so I'll just do a quick comparison here. But anyway, so here's the small ring part and the large ring part. So you can see the difference here, pretty much side by side, and pretty much here showing us that the small one can fit in the Tega Sword and the large one can fit in the Tega Sword. Now the Giant God Tega Sword transformation, so enjoy the cool standing by sounds while doing the transformation, and I will complete it by putting in Sentai Ring Tega Sword Red. So here we go. So here we are, transformation complete. So here he is, friends, the Giant God Tega Sword Red. And he looks quite cool, and I personally dig him as he made his first appearance in episode 1 of Gozyuger and literally kicked ass in that episode. But I love his design. Just a pretty cool mecha, and of course he has his own little Tega Sword on his hand. So yeah, can't stress that enough how cool this mecha is. So friends, that is Tega Sword Red, our Giant God mecha of our 49th Sentai. So number one. So the head sculpt looks nice, got the metallic blue for the eyes, got the gold on the face, still looks nice with the gold on the wolf face, and it still looks nice with that translucent red plastic. So on the rest of the mecha, got spots of red. All of this looks nice. And in the crotch area, you can see there's kind of a lion face like there, but that's really cool. The red adds a nice touch to the mecha. And then got some nice details. for the hand with his own little Tega sword. As we got some nice silver above the knees. And then there's his feet. Yeah. And so anyway, so here's a back view of the mecha. Pretty much you can see he's got the wings back here, as I have always been a fan of mechas with wings. So yeah, looks really nice in the back all around. So articulation, yeah, we are back to a typical standard Sentai mecha, so not a whole lot to speak of. So I mean, we do have articulation at the arms there. The shoulder pads can move. So yeah, moving shoulder pads. The legs don't do anything. And of course, the feet, yeah, the feet can do that, but that's due to the transformation. But that doesn't do any posability, pretty much posability wise. The wings, yeah, the wings can move. You can pretty much... with the wings, you can have it angle however you want. Yeah. And so, anyway, yeah. That's pretty much it. So, again, yeah. Pretty much your very typical standard Sentai mecha. So, yes. It is what it is. Now, friends, we do have that motion activation. And it's not just for the clapping fun, but for the mecha mode. But you can either do it this way, or like this. So pretty much it's supposed to be like a walking noise or running noise. But yeah, there you go on that. And of course we still got the trigger back here. And so we can move this finger out the way a bit from the trigger, and you can pretty much hold him like this in the back mainly. But anyway, we can do some very fun clanging sounds. So yeah, all that clanging noise. And so let's go ahead now and hold the trigger to get your final attack. So here we go. Oh yeah, final attacks and explosions. So yeah, pretty cool here. So that's a lot of number 1. And in case you are wondering about the transformation rings as the giant god Tega Sword, we'll do it with the Sentai Ring GozyuWolf. So let's see what happens. So here we go. So just pretty much just got his transformation noise. My thoughts. So overall, I dig everything of the Tega Sword as the changer weapon, and of course the mecha, as the designs are very nice. So I'm enjoying this year's collectible item, the Sentai Rings, as we already got a glimpse of 2 of the types of rings, the transformation rings and a robo ring. So in the future, we will get a glimpse of the Universe Warrior rings, aka the Sentai Legend rings. So the Tega Sword has a lot of playability and it's very enjoyable, as I love the henshin of the Gozyugers. So of course, friends, you do have 3 ways of getting this, so it is always your choice here. So yes, I so 100% recommend this, and we pretty much got a lot more coming of this series. So looking forward for the future of Gozyuger. So yes, friends, yes, I have to say this, but anyway, go winner number 1. And so good luck and happy hunting, friends. And so friends, that is it for this review. Please check out my blog for the next one video. And of course, my friends, review on the number 1 Sentai Gozyuger DX Tega Sword and DX Sentai Ring set GozyuLeon and GozyuTyranno. I hope you enjoy. And my friends, I'm Eugene. I'm saying good day, and my friends, I most assuredly see you next time. Bye, friends.